This video is brought to you by Once Upon a Galaxy, the collectible card battler that hooked us earlier in the year on mobile, and it's now available on Steam. From the team that helped create Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone, Galaxy is fast-paced, free-to-play and fun, which are three of the four most important Fs in the English language, and I'll let you guess what the final one is. You'll put together a crew of iconic characters from across myth, legend and fiction, like Lightning Man, King Deceiver, and Whale Obsessor, in the most satisfying team-up since the combination of Pizza Hut and Taco Bell in one building. Yum? Question mark? If you like your games easy to pick up but incredibly deep to master, then Once Upon a Galaxy is for you. So what are you waiting for? Head over to Steam or your mobile app store of choice to start putting your Once Upon a Galaxy crew together today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Firelink Podcast, episode number 89 for Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. My name is Marty Sleva, joined in person by Nick Calandra, Casey Wosu, producers Jesse and Eric. He's not in person, but I'm pointing up because that's the direction to Argentina. Welcome. He did not die. Welcome, everyone, back to Firelink Podcast, a special episode because we are all in person here in Milwaukee filming Adventures Night Season 5. That is why. The episode is a little bit earlier today because we are filming episodes in the evening, which is very exciting. But we have a great show for you today. We're going to chat, since we all traveled to get here some way, shape, or form. We're going to chat a little bit about what our travel gaming routine is, what it was as kids, what it is now, what we've been playing on the road. And then, I don't know where this came from. I don't know why I pitched this, but I feel like this has been a very good year for performances in games, between stuff like Clair Obscur and Hades and Death Stranding. So the three of us just wanted to chat a little bit about our favorite performances throughout all video game history. And then, of course, what we've been playing, and not only your super chats, but your incredible Patreon comments at that $5 tier and above, which we have some amazing suggestions for what people think were some of the best performances of all time. I'm sorry, Jesse. I thought you snapped at me like trying to get a dog's attention, but you were just like opening up a beverage. How are you guys doing?
Doing all right.
Do you snap to get a dog? I've never had a dog. Do you snap to get a dog's attention?
Is it to get a cat's attention?
Okay.
No, I'm more clap for my dogs.
Okay.
That seems like a lot of effort. Like you're engaging both hands.
Clapping is a lot of effort
To get an animal's attention.
Sure. Okay.
I snapping?
Yeah, snap. You can do a couple real quick.
I feel like you guys
Same time.
You guys are
Like,
just
what if you have a
bragging.
beverage in one hand?
Okay.
Now you can no longer call your dog.
He's got a point there.
Just get a straw.
Just get a straw for your dog.
What's the dog for?
For the dog with a straw would
Cup
be
is on the table. You have a straw going in your mouth. You can clip, clap, snap, whatever the hell you want to do.
a dog straw would be very cute. How are you guys doing, Casey?
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's fun being in person with the crew.
Hell yeah.
It was warm when we first got to Milwaukee. I packed all like cold stuff, and then it's finally gotten cold.
Yes.
And now that it's cold, I wish it was warm because we're doing a lot more walking than I thought. All the Airbnbs and stuff are like within walking distance, and it's fun to walk, but it's just a little chilly every time.
It is a little chilly. There's going to be a frost advisory tonight. However, I think in the weekend and next week, it's going to get back up to like 50s and stuff. So I think we'll be fine. Also, it could be worse. Like we've had snow. at this time of year,
I
so.
can imagine. This area gets real.
I feel like it was like rainy as shit the last time we were in, like 2 years ago for season 3 and stuff. Yeah, so that at least it's not raining.
That is a plus for sure.
There you go. Nick, how are you doing?
I'm great. This is t-shirt weather for me.
It is an insane thing to say.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
think I
40
red
degrees
hanging hoodie.
outside.
I think I've told you guys I don't even own a winter jacket.
That isn't like that's worrisome.
well, okay, but I have a solution to it. I wear a sweatshirt and then a fleece over the sweatshirt. That's better than a winter jacket. So if I go,
It's less expensive. I don't
It's
know.
less expensive.
I don't know if it's
It's true.
better.
No, it's not less expensive. That's multiple articles of clothing where
but
one
jackets
article.
are
Well,
expensive.
yeah, like one good goose down jacket. It's gonna run you.
Yeah, we're wearing goose down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not
What's goose?
No, goose down. Yeah, goose feathers.
Yeah, goose feathers down.
I'm allergic to goose down, so I couldn't wear a goose down jacket.
Aren't you allergic to?
I'm allergic to everything. Literally, by the end of most episodes of Adventurers Night, I could feel a little asthma coming on because there's no animals here, but everyone here is an animal owner, and it's like the dander's on them.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time in Jack's house, and Jack does have 2 animals from occasionally.
Not here though.
Not here right now. No,
He didn't kill them. They're just not.
What is your allergic reaction to pets? Like what?
My throat closes up and I stop breathing.
Oh,
that's one of the bad ones, I guess.
That is one of the in the grand
the-
scheme
yeah.
of reactions, the dying is one of the bad ones.
so like if you just pet a dog,
If I just pet a dog, I do not think I would die.
but if a dog pets you, you would die.
If a dog pet me, that would be an amazing dog. That would be a phenomenal dog.
It's just the dander though, right? Like, what if a dog like licked your face?
That would be bad because it's dander and saliva.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Yeah.
a double dose.
Yeah,
Christ.
and as someone who's made out with a couple dogs in their time, that's not good. I was talking about the animals. We're not talking about hoe mode here.
Can you at least own a fish?
I owned a fish once and it committed suicide.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
my fish might have done that too. The one goldfish I won at a carnival might have killed itself.
Did it jump off a table?
No, that's extreme.
I was cleaning it. I had a beta fish, and I was cleaning its small bowl in my
put it on the
kitchen.
table?
And no, I was cleaning the bowl, or I was cleaning its little bowl tank thing, and I put it in like a large cup with water of like clean diluted water for while I cleaned the thing, and I was cleaning, and then I turned around and it had jumped out of the cup, hit the counter, and then just fell onto the floor. And it was just dead on the floor. And I'm like, he killed himself rather than being taken care of by me. His name was Mr. Fish, and he killed himself. So,
You think it was because of the name?
he probably killed himself because he's like, my owner doesn't even respect me enough to give me a real name and not just my species name.
Oh wow.
But we're not here to talk about the times we've murdered animals in the past.
Not yet, anyway.
That's a whole different podcast. But no, let's the one big thing we wanted to start on was talking about travel games. But first, we got a couple super chats.
Hey.
I see y'all. Thank you so much. So many members of the Green Gang, familiar faces, member of the Patreon over there in the chat. AWP with a $5 dono. Thank you so much, AWP. Unrelated to the topic, but Pokemon ZA has anti-homeless park benches, and I feel like this opens up all sorts of issues that never get addressed in game. So, I can't recall if there's ever been like a homeless Pokemon trainer in a game. You know how like it'll be like, oh, Skater Girl or Swimming Guy or like Team Rocket.
Aren't most Pokemon trainers homeless? Like, I know Ash has a home,
Sure.
but like he ventured away from it and is like towns and towns away. So like he doesn't sleep in a house every night. He's a wanderer. He's a vagrant.
He's a vagrant.
Have you ever thought about like how their parents just are like, go talk to all the strangers you possibly
I think about that
can
all the time.
and
Ash
take
is,
all the candy from them?
I think Ash is like canonically 10 or 12.
Yeah,
And his mom is
that's
just like,
very young.
go out into the world. And the insane thing about it is Ash in the cartoon is so dumb. He's like so incredibly dumb. It is crazy where he's like, what is that? And he pulls out and it's like a Weedle. I'm like, why did you leave home and not know what that is? Back then there was only 150 of them. If I could figure out those 150 when I was his age.
If your aspiration was
Yeah.
to go out and get them all, you probably should have known them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spend some time looking at some of them maybe
Yeah.
before you went out to go catch them all.
Yeah.
Also,
That's what my
like,
thoughts.
Every time that you go out, they're like, please fill our decks.
Yeah.
And how many fucking kids have already filled those decks with all that information? Why
Also, that's just like child labor.
free labor. Yeah.
It's just free labor.
So the Pokemon games are about animals fighting and free child labor.
It's all bad. It's all bad. But no, Casey, you brought up a good point of why these benches are there, especially in this game, is because if it is modeled after Paris, those benches are all around Paris.
It's a Paris thing. Nintendo the Pokemon company does this often. They pick a real life city and they build their new Pokemon world or city off of that actual real world location. And so it's Paris's problem, not necessarily Lumio City's problem. But they're two sides of the same coin. Paris probably doesn't want to talk about it either.
No. Paris never wants to talk about it. Mopman with a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Mopman. I'm fond of Deborah Wild as Sarzina Katarine in Total Warhammer 3. She's also Lae'zel from Baldur's Gate. I fucked up most names in that sentence.
Just keep it going. Fuck up all the names the best way you can.
Well, I haven't played any of these games. Even if I did, I'd probably still fuck them up. And I fucked up the real names. I know Lazel. I believe she's like a lizard lady.
Yeah.
Um,
Very scary, angry lizard lady.
and I'm sure
Some people are into that.
when we
Doesn't
get to
have
the
be
segment
scary.
later, I would almost guarantee we're going to have a lot more Baldur's Gate chat because I think that's one of those recent games that a lot of people have a lot of fondness for the various performances of. And then Sussy Guru with a 10 euro dono. Thank you so much. There's a difference between a great performance and being iconic. I can't think of any of the former, so I can only think of the latter. Michael Ironside as Sam Fisher and David Hayter as the various snakes. I would agree there's a difference between great and iconic, but I also think if something is iconic, that doesn't preclude it from being great. Like,
Yeah, it can be iconic and
bad.
Sure,
but
right.
like, I don't think Snake's iconic stature is bad. Like, everyone knows Snake's voice. Everyone
Right.
could do a Snake's
And
voice.
It's not because it's one of the greatest examples of voice acting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just
But it's not a bad
iconic
performance.
Yeah.
And then Eric, with into his value tier message, said, "Marty, please put your mic away a bit." I assume that meant pull away from the mic and not just like, "Marty, stop talking for a little while."
Yeah, just go away.
Would be
Give it a rest, Marty.
There has to be a different way
And
of
they keep talking. They keep saying I'm quiet because I have to keep looking away. I'm in the middle. I gotta look. Like,
yeah, you got to orbit. It's
You
called
gotta
orbiting.
orbit. Haven't you learned anything?
Bit around the.
I mean, no, he hasn't. He hasn't. He's not in the episode, so I guess
He was in the room the whole time last
he was in
time.
the room where it happened.
was working.
I'm sure you weren't paying attention.
I was not.
Travel games. Let's talk about them.
Let's get it.
We're all on the road. I feel like we're in an era where you can ostensibly take your home games to on the road with you. Like you can, you don't, even though you're away from home, you really don't have to be away from your gaming library. So like when you guys travel, Casey,
Yes.
when you travel, what do you take with you?
Usually my Switch, and I'll be honest, I don't usually actually play it often. Like sometimes, especially if it's a longer vacation.
You're playing Super
Well, those,
Smash Bros.
those are longer trips. Like usually when I'm going out somewhere, it's like
Liar.
a 2-day, 3-day thing, and I don't get to it based on all the other stuff I'm doing. We have downtime when we do these trips. But yeah, usually first instinct is to grab the Switch. But like what I would prefer to play is usually like my Xbox. So all the cloud gaming stuff that they've been introducing, I've been really excited about for occasions like this. I even went and bought 8BitDo's controller thing that you like snap onto your phone, and it's Bluetooth. It looks exactly like an Xbox controller, but it's just wrapped around your phone. And in connection with the cloud service, like that plays really well. Like if the connection is good, that feels like I have a mini Switch Xbox in my hand.
Yeah.
So that's really fun.
I don't know if I've just been cursed, but I like the cloud gaming stuff has never worked super well for me. It doesn't even work well in my house. Like even the PlayStation Portal doesn't work super well in my house.
It's
and
disappointing. That
yeah,
Portal is only supposed to work in your house, right?
I know. And I bought it and I was very excited. I'm like, it works well in the room where my PlayStation is, but at that point, maybe I should just play the PlayStation.
Do you have the 2.4 and 5G connections?
I don't even know what those mean. Like, why do you think I would know what 2.4 and 5? Casey started laughing before you finished the question because he knew I was going to know that.
Well,
Because you immediately gave up the ghost as soon as Nick mentioned.
if you check at your house and you have the 5G connection, that's what you need to be on for that to work way better.
I don't have $5,000.
Okay.
Nick, what do you do when you're when you're traveling?
I always bring something with me. I feel like on the plane though, I just end up falling asleep before I get to it.
That's not a bad thing. Being
No.
able to sleep on a flight is
Yeah.
that's like a cheat mode. That's time travel right there.
I don't know. I feel uncomfortable about pulling out like my gaming thing on the flight, especially if I'm
I
not
don't
like
like people
amongst
watching me while I'm playing.
Why do you feel
Self-conscious.
uncomfortable?
I don't know. Like, I don't have a good reason for it.
Yeah.
You just
Would you feel uncomfortable pulling out your phone?
No, because I guess everybody has a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You're worried people are
do you
going to
get-
call you like square? They're going to
Do you
make
get
funny?
like me? Do you get
No.
like self-conscious that like they're gonna be like, oh, he's playing that game?
No. I don't have it. I don't have the Hentai Girls 3 on my Switch. All right.
That's just Marty. That's
I did it for research.
That's Marty's entire
I did it for
But I guess it's because it's such a big device. I'm worried that maybe I'll need to take up more space than I normally would. It's like I might be bugging someone, like 'cause I have the thing down, and I don't know. I feel like I'm just doing a lot of extra stuff that I could not be, because I have other things. I could just listen to music or a podcast, and then I'm like, still. and so I'm not disturbing anyone around me. I think that might be where
I've never thought about disturbing people around me.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that you've never thought
Every
about.
time I get on a plane, I got some kid kicking the back of my seat or somebody being annoying in front of me.
Yeah, so the best way to solve those situations is to pass that annoyance on to
Exactly.
everyone else around
If you're
you.
annoying, then it's not annoying to you.
I travel now with my Switch 2, with my Steam Deck, and with my little pocket analog handheld emulator, which is like the little very small thin.
Clothes?
No, I've been wearing the same thing. You watch Adventures Night Season 5, I'll be in the exact same outfit every time. But yeah, I mean, now I feel like I shouldn't bring both my Switch and my Steam Deck. I brought it here because there's things I'm playing on both of them.
Yeah.
Just because there are things I need to cover on both of them. But I'm going on an international trip to Japan in a few weeks, and I'm probably just going to bring one of them.
It's like, what are your buds? You got to pick one.
Yeah, I mean, Switch wins because
Is that your default? Like always going to be the Switch over the Steam Deck?
Yeah, it's got a better battery life. It's smaller. I have a bigger library on there. But I'm also always going to bring that little pocket analog because that thing lasts like 10 hours on a charge, and it has just I've loaded it with like every game I want to play before the year 2003. So
Useful.
it is very useful. Did you guys, as kids, have Game Boys? Do you remember like trying to play things on trips back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always had like my Game Boy Advance
Mhm.
The SP is a great.
That's
system.
where things changed.
That's the best device that's ever existed.
Because it introduced backlighting to Game Boys.
That-
Whereas I remember having a Game Boy Pocket with like Pokemon and Link's Awakening, and unless you had like direct sunlight, it was impossible to play. And I have distinct memories of like on road trips, it would be night and I'd be playing it and like holding up to the window and being able to play in like little spurts when we passed streetlights.
Uh-huh.
The Game Boy Advance, they came out with, even Game Boy Color had it, that little
little
light thing.
You could do so like you could Frankenstein the shit out of your Game Boy, like with a weird, like a big like Coke bottle magnifying glass on top of it and like an extra battery.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance was my first handheld system. Like I didn't have any of the Game Boys prior to that.
Gotcha.
But I had the Game Boy Advance that didn't have the backlight, and I was able to trade that in eventually because they upgraded it at some point and did have the it used to be purple, I think, like before they made the SP version.
Yeah.
Once the SP version came out, I sold that, bought an SP, and then did a heist on my job where I worked at a Kmart and stole two of them from my two younger brothers. So the whole house was flush with Game Boy Advance SPs, and it was a great time. It was a great time.
You stole 2 whole Game Boys?
Yes. Two whole Game Boy. Yes, 2 whole consoles.
Naughty.
It was several years ago. They cannot prosecute me. I don't even think Kmart's still in business.
Listen, I told you absolutely not, and that's honestly the reason. But also, no, I've said this before. Like one of the best things about having a job is stealing things from a job.
Yes.
So yeah,
What? Big corporations, fuck them.
yeah. Jesse? How am I mic wise now? I've tried to pull away. I tend to lean. Am I good? Did you? I feel I'm here compared to here. Do you want me to go here?
You sound good to me.
I sound great to me too.
I like how you pull, the farther away he pulls, the louder he talks.
That's
I
good.
don't
No,
know.
that's a good natural compensation.
I feel like everyone else is fucked up, and I'm the one who has to unfuck up because everyone else is fucked up, and I gotta get fucked up for everyone else's level, and that's a mess.
When he's leaving a conversation, the farther away you walk, the louder he's getting.
That's normal. If you're talking to someone further away,
You're saying
you
goodbye.
should increase your
You're saying
volume.
goodbye.
I don't understand what we're arguing about.
Every single one of you is dead.
Everything he's doing makes sense.
Every single one of you is dead to me, except for Blenda. Thank you so much for re-upping the tip jar. I appreciate you, Blenda. You're the only one who's not dead to me, as well as reflexes. Okay, as well as reflexes of a dead cat. Thank you so much. Been in the Green Gang for 21 months. TurboGrafx 16 was the OG Switch, and I love it for that. The TurboGrafx 16, wasn't the TurboGrafx a console?
I believe.
Was that a hand? Are you thinking of the Atari Lynx reflexes of a dead cat, which I believe may have been the handheld version of it? Because there was like that. There was the Sega Game Gear, the Sega Nomad, which played Genesis games, but also chewed through batteries. Like
the Game Gear chewed through batteries. Like that took like 4 to 6 double Ds.
Yeah.
Not double Ds. I'm sorry. That's not a battery size.
Heyo.
That took like 6
Wait,
D batteries. That took like 6 D batteries, and it would destroy them.
It was nuts. How, especially compared to like one of the things about the original Game Boy was it's granted it had like a monochromatic screen, but its battery life was way better than the Game Gear. So the Game Gear had like a full color palette, but yeah, I mean that's one of the things is once handhelds also became rechargeable batteries, which I think that was the SP.
Yeah, I think SP was like that. Yeah,
yeah, that kind of changed. That kind of changed everything. And then the Noob Master, thank you so much for a $10 dono. From the main topic, gotta shout out Keith Sharbaka for voicing Joshua Graham in Fallout New Vegas. So good, he made me think that Mormons weren't so bad. Also, Marty, touch Nick, please. Touched him under the table.
Hey.
Touch him in his swimsuit area.
HR.
Jack. You know what's bad? I don't remember who. Joshua Graham was in. He was the guy in the Mormon compound in New Vegas. I do remember who he is. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Listen, I only have eyes for my character, Boone, and the dog because those are the only characters that matter to me. Shout out to Boone. His wife died. Well, he killed his wife, but he did it to end her suffering. His name was Boone, and he's great. And
I thought she was a bad person.
No, she got kidnapped by marauders, and I think he had to shoot her to put her out of her misery.
That sucks. That's unfortunate.
True love is killing your wife to put her out of her misery when she gets kidnapped by marauders. I actually don't remember if that was the story. And this was only like 2 months ago. I should probably remember.
I mean, that's this close to a Death Cab song.
Man, what if all of Fallout was just a Death Cab song? How great would that be? Thank you so much for the super chats, everyone. But yeah, let's as folks are pointing towards, let's get to our main topic where you have a lot of Patreon comments from a lot of folks voicing their personal faves when it comes to performances in video games. Nick, when people talk about performances in video games, what's the first thing, first game, first character, first person who comes to your mind?
Well, I mentioned it for the thumbnail, but Dom from Gears of War.
Yeah,
like that was formative character for me growing up in Gears of War. I think Gears of War gets a lot of slack, or not slack, but a lot of shit online for being like macho, big buff guys just shooting things and killing things. But like, there's a really, really good human story in Gears of War, and Dom's storyline is like tragic as fuck, and the actor behind it just does such a good job of selling it, and like. We replayed, I think Amy and I replayed the Gears of War series like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I was still tearing up at moments of Dom, like when he finds his wife and his sacrifice in Gears of War 3. Like that shit's sad, and he does such a good job with it. And when we brought this up today, I was like, has he been in more games since?
Dom?
Yeah.
Or the actor who plays
the actor
Dom.
that plays Dom. Well, no, Dom can't be in more games.
No, he can't. I was about to say.
Well, he will be. He will
could
be
in
now
this
in the
new one.
version
Yeah. I actually don't
Are they
know.
bringing the old original actor back for that?
Yeah, it's still Marcus and Dom. But
No, I don't.
No, I mean the voice actor.
Yeah.
Carlos Ferro. I don't actually know. What else has he been in? Carlos, what have you been in? Assassin's Creed Ascendance. What was
Is that a mobile game or something?
Apparently, it's a film. He played Leonardo da Vinci. Oh yeah, he's been in a shit ton of. Oh, he played Michael Corleone, the Godfather games. He's played Da Vinci, I think, in all of the Assassin's Creed games.
He actually hasn't.
He had one. His big role was Dom.
Yeah.
Which I agree that's Gears obviously does get because it's like a bunch of meaty men slapping meat, but I do think, especially as you go on with the series, that the story does get more emotional, and 3, 4, and 5 I think have some really great moments.
Yeah, and then obviously can't go mentioning or actors in presentations and games without mentioning Troy Baker and pretty much anything he does.
Yeah, I mean, you could do an entire episode about him and
Nolan North.
Yeah, and a lot of people, there's kind of like an ongoing goof of like, oh, Troy Baker's in another game, but it's like, well, he's kind of the best.
He's really good.
Yeah, I mean, whether you're thinking of The Last of Us or whether you're thinking of BioShock Infinite, he's amazing in the 2 Death Strandings. Him taking over Mark Hamill's role as the Joker in Arkham Origins.
That was super impressive.
It was amazingly impressive because like Mark Hamill is like one of the that character, that performance as the Joker is like one of the all-time great voice performances. And so the fact that he could match that was super impressive. And and Troy Baker also one of my favorite ensemble casts is Persona 4, and that was like I think the first thing I ever heard Troy Baker in was in Persona, or I guess not the first thing, the earliest thing I ever heard
That's
Troy
an
Baker.
interesting thing. That has to be an interesting thing for the first game to hear him in.
That game, it's like him, Yuri Lowenthal, Laura Bailey, like that game is like, yeah, and then they all blew up, and it's like we're never gonna do a game like Persona again. Just also because there's just infinite dialogue in those games. So
one of the Patreon comments also mentioned Enslaved Odyssey to the West.
Yeah, we had a comment from I had it written down here, but Nick jumped in order and I lost it.
Oh no, I broke him.
You broke him a little bit. You broke him a little bit, but yeah, Enslaved had a great. It was Andy Serkis.
Yeah,
was Enslaved as
as Marty. Andy Serkis. Who played the girl though?
Yeah, also Andy Serkis just killed it.
I don't think so.
Gender Ben Andy Serkis just absolutely.
But her performance is the one I really remember.
Absolutely crushing it.
And
that was
Enslaved Odyssey though.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
no.
you need to
that
play
was
that game.
Like
You
an
would
early.
like
Yeah, I've tended to like all the Ninja Theory stuff until they stopped making games. But prior to that, I was all in for their shenanigans.
But even as their games are not games, the performance still.
Well, yeah, they're still good at
Hellblade.
directing performances. Yes.
Yeah, Senua, absolutely incredible. Casey, what about you? What do you think of when you think of performances in games?
So yeah, funny thing about games is like most games require, if you're going to do a performance, they require like a voice actor or actress, right? So you'd think there'd be a lot more crossover with regular animation than there is, but there kind of isn't. Like there's some folks who kind of excel in both.
Yeah.
But there's some folks who are very, very talented at doing this in games who just are always in games and vice versa. Like, and I think Jennifer Hill doesn't count as this, 'cause I think she has done like voice work in animation stuff. But like her work in the Mass Effect series, like as Fem Shep, like really, really sold like that character to me. Like I've never played Mass Effect with the male character, but I've see like most of the stuff you would see in terms of reviews and video footage was with the male character, and that always felt off.
Yeah.
Did the original Mass Effect have Femshep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the very beginning.
Yeah, you could choose her from the beginning. And I know, I haven't played Mass Effect, but I know people. It seems like the general consensus is that the female route provides you with a better voice actor.
Much better, yeah.
Yeah, which that's interesting in games because you get that in. I've said that before in Sunset Overdrive. That's something Yasi and I always argue about. Is he thought the voice performance of the male character was super annoying, and I played the game as the female character, and I thought she was great. So like that could almost seemingly make or break a game. And then I know like Tommy Salty in the Patreon, thank you so much, Tommy, said, this will get to it at the end, said, I implore you to discuss at length the performance of Titus in Final Fantasy X. We won't. It's not very good, but he's a sweet boy. I believe the wacky voiceovers in something like Silent Hill 2 of yesteryear were oftentimes what made the games more memorable. But on a more serious note, I think that Jeremy Lee as is great as V and Makoto in Persona 5, same actress. So that V is the female character in Cyberpunk, which I know everyone has said also that if you play as a female character in Cyberpunk, that performance is better as well.
I feel completely differently.
Interesting.
And this could be more so the writing than the actress, actually, but I've always disliked V's dialogue in that game.
Interesting.
And like there's a lot of stuff that I do like about Cyberpunk, but like just the storyline for this character and just how that character like expresses themselves, I've always disliked. Like it always grated my nerves that you kind of don't want anything for yourself other than this sort of stupid goal of being the best mercenary.
Sure.
Like it was very grating to me.
Yeah. I kind of want every time I hear people talk about Cyberpunk, I'm like, I feel like I should play this game.
It's good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah. And they fixed a lot of the stuff that wasn't good about it. So like it's a solid game.
There you go. Yeah, I have when I started to think about this, the first game that actually came to mind was Firewatch, because that game is so predominantly
all about that sort of back and forth dialogue.
Yeah, pretty much between two main characters who never physically occupy the same space but are always talking on walkie-talkies, and both of them are phenomenal. And there's like a scene where you play this like a park ranger who's taking care of a Firewatch station, and you are constantly communicating with like another Firewatch worker who works at this station you could see all the way on the horizon. And there's this like one night she calls you and she's clearly been drinking and like is like trying to flirt with you, and you're kind of like trying to like put her down nicely, and it's like such a like genuinely like sweet real moment that you just don't get, because so much dialogue and performances in games are incredibly bombastic, and nuance isn't something a lot of games do well, just because in an action game nuance really isn't kind of part of the recipe. But yeah, that's one of those games, like the first thing I thought of was how great that was.
I
It's
figured,
so frustrating that Valve bought them and just
yeah,
Yeah.
we haven't gotten anything
Yeah.
from that team.
I was
You know, I know they worked on Half-Life Alyx, but like
I was thinking a lot about that even earlier today, just because I'll talk about it later, but I've been playing this new game, Dispatch, which is an episodic narrative game from a lot of former Telltale folks. And Firewatch was from like the creative leads of The Walking Dead Season 1, who went on to make, formed their own studio, made Firewatch, and then was making a follow-up in the Valley of Gods. But then, I don't blame them for if Valve comes a knocking and says, we want to buy your studio, here's here's a lot of zeros and you can work on whatever you want.
I mean, and there's a non-zero chance that maybe that game wasn't coming out well.
Sure.
Like maybe they scrapped it of their own accord because it just wasn't meeting the expectations of what they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I was never really sure what that game was supposed to be when they showed
we
it
only,
off.
well, we only saw one teaser trailer of it. It was
I mean,
just
that's on
another-
them. Like
Yeah.
we didn't force them to show it to us one time.
I think it's more Marty's solution. They got a lot of zeros and they said, yeah, we
I thought
can't
you
say
said
no.
it's more Marty's fault. And I was like, I don't know.
Well,
how this is
everything's
my
their
fault.
fault.
But that's the thing. Valve is a company that we've heard they allow their people to kind of freely work on what they want to work, right?
Mhm.
So you give a company that's working on something a bunch of zeros. Why would they make them stop working on that unless they wanted to stop working on that?
'Cause they
Yeah.
said, go make Half-Life Alyx instead.
Yeah.
Get to work on Half-Life. Like,
I mean, Valve doesn't tend to do this. Like Valve doesn't make games that often. They don't tell their people to go make a thing. That's kind of just not what they're known for.
That's what a mess of a company. Like, not a mess. It's not like they're clearly fine.
Yeah, they can
And-
do what they want. They
Yeah.
they have that freedom.
Yeah. And we can't like complain about annual releases and crunch culture and that kind of thing at the same time, and also complain about that. Like, I guess you can complain about it whatever you want, whatever. I'm not your complain dad. But yeah, that was a bummer. Yeah, a couple other things. The performances in most Tim Schafer games, I'm thinking mostly Grim Fandango and then the Psychonauts games. Like, humor is a thing you don't get in a lot of performances. Like, it's easy to be
Right.
like, oh, Troy Baker is really emotional, or the Dom scene is super emotional. But these are like genuinely laugh out loud performances almost across the board. And Grim Fandango is one of those earliest. Do you remember what the earliest game that like had a performance where you were like, oh shit? Like,
It's probably not going to be an actually good performance.
yeah, but like, what do you
But-
what do you remember as like an early voice performance in games? Because I know Casey, you and I were obviously playing back when voice performances weren't common whatsoever.
Probably Perfect Dark. Like left a strong impression on me in terms of just the back and forth between the characters, because like, yeah, the game from that exact same studio was GoldenEye. Text on the screen, no one talking. So the next one is the characters now have voices. They're emoting at least somewhat to one another. Like that did leave an impression. Like I remember the names of all the characters in Perfect Dark because of that characterization more than the characters in GoldenEye. And that was a movie that I
And that
watched
was-
several times.
And like one of them was like, oh, you're Sean Bean. Yeah, and I mean, I know you were a Nintendo kid back then, and that just wasn't, especially on cartridges, that
Yeah,
wasn't
that was tough to do.
common.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things. Whereas if you were on PlayStation, like I think probably Metal Gear Solid 1 was the first time where I was like, oh, this is just a little bit of voice acting. This is everything is voice acted in this.
Yeah, that was definitely striking.
Yeah.
I think for me, it would have been Jack and Daxter.
We actually just played that. We were talking
Yeah.
about how like its performances are like almost feel like Pixar-y. Like they're
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
Yeah,
like its
that,
animation work, its
very
voice
charming
work was
voice
very
actor.
ahead of its time. It felt like.
Oh yeah, the voice actor for Daxter is incredible.
yeah. Yeah, again, talking about like a super funny performance,
Yeah.
something that something that sticks with you. And then, from this year, more recent ones, Casey, I imagine you'd agree with me. Like Claire Obscure had really phenomenal performances, almost
So
across the board.
Yes.
And some of those from your Andy Serkises, your Charlie Cox, but also from like actors I've never heard of before, who just without fail the performances were great.
Yeah, and that's a thing that Rockstar apparently is really good at, is finding people who have never done this before and like getting a super amazing memorable performance out. Like the actor who played Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2, for example, was not in anything before this. I don't think he's been in anything since.
Roger Clark, yeah, he's just like an Irish dude.
Yeah, like phenomenal performance from start to finish.
Yeah.
Can we get him in some other stuff, please?
Yeah. He voiced him and Troy Baker did a twofer in a game that came out and was completely forgettable. It was that sci-fi game that like they showed it off the Game Awards like 3 or 4 years ago.
I don't even
and
know
it
what
just
this is.
came. I never played it.
It's like a Telltale, not live action, but like choose your own adventure. No, closer to like more supermassive games and what they do with like Until Dawn and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. God, I can't remember what was that game called. That game like
I can't remember. I know we have it in the account. I can't remember what it was called either.
it had like a pretty. The Expanse. No, it wasn't the Expanse.
No, it wasn't The Expanse.
Overzealous. No, it was like an original story. I don't know. I don't like the fact that it did come out already. It was I can't. I don't like the fact that I Google their two names. It doesn't show up.
Fort Solis.
Fort Solace. That was it. Yeah. It's kind of like a sci-fi horror game. FORTSOLIS. Fort Solace.
I feel like I have heard that name before, but
Game on it.
no sort of cpicture even comes to mind.
Absolutely
unfortunate.
just came and went.
He deserves just several more chances.
I completely agree. Also this year, obviously Hades 2. It's like Supergiant's been able to, from the beginning, whether it's Logan Cunningham as their kind of in-house voice actor of like the narrator and stuff in a lot of their games, but then getting to Hades, like every god has a great performance behind it, and it does so much. Like because there's incredible art and very subtle animation in Hades and the character portraits and everything, but so much of their character comes from those performances. So like when you meet Dionysus, like in between levels, and he's having this this fucking drunken regalia, like that performance is so perfect, especially when like those Greek gods, most people already have like a picture in their head of what Zeus is like or what Poseidon or Hera is like, and the fact that they can come in, match what's in your head, but also make it their own is just super impressive.
Genuine talent.
Yeah.
The best one in that game is Narcissus.
Oh my God, Narcissus. Yeah. He's just fucking obsessed with himself.
Myself so much.
Loves himself. And then you meet Echo and it's like, oh damn, Echo, you got dumped by Narcissus, and this is why you feel like
go tell her that nobody could love me as much as I love
it's
me.
really good. Absolutely really good. And then Casey, I know you played one of these, and I don't know if this is a cheat because it's live action, but the Sam Barlow games, Telling Lies and then Immortality.
Yeah, those do feel like a cheat because it's not video game acting. They're doing acting.
It's sure,
right?
But
it's just being used in a video game. Does that count? I don't feel like it counts.
I don't know if that's cheap, but
because at least motion capture performance is still acting.
Oh yeah,
but you're not on a set. You don't have the characters in front of you. Like you're still using this sort of abstraction, to get your performance out, and like so that's closer to acting than voice acting, which is where you're abstracting the entire scene for a character that you're looking at on like maybe a screen in front of you. So I don't know. It's a step closer, but what Sam Barlow does is just record actors.
Yeah, but he puts gameplay around it.
I mean, but it has nothing to do with them.
Relitigate this.
two other games that I bet I'll get some disagreement on, but I remember their performances very well. Not so much the first, Star Wars Force Unleashed, both games.
Okay.
First game, I didn't really love his character in that game.
Okay.
And I know the second game is like not good.
Yeah.
But I really liked his performance.
Cal's performance, the main guy?
No, Force Unleashed.
No, he said Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed, Starkiller.
Sam
Whitmer as Starkiller. Yeah.
Like his performance in the second game is actually like really good.
Yeah.
The game itself is not great.
Yeah, and he's also someone who's crossed over into animation. Like he voiced Darth Maul, I
voiced
think,
Darth
in
Maul.
the like Rebels
Oh,
and stuff
kept
like
him
that.
around, did
So
they?
yeah,
Mhm.
he's a little Star Wars
Yeah,
boy.
he's like actually like the fandom loves him in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's clearly he's like a dude who loves the shit out of Star
Yeah.
Wars, and yeah,
That's cool.
I'd be curious if they ever. I mean, it's obviously not considered canon anymore because it's like that Legends or Expanded
I
Universe or
guarantee
whatever.
you they're gonna make a Darth Maul game at some point.
Um,
Wait, no, Darth Maul is canon.
no,
Again,
I
but
sorry, I was
Star
thinking
Killer.
of Star Killer. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Darth Maul. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised they haven't yet done a
Mhm.
Darth Maul game. I imagine that was a thing that maybe was in development somewhere at some point, and then I can almost feel like I've seen like concept art of a Darth Maul game that
I'd believe that.
wasn't used. Yeah,
And then, yeah, I mean, I was going to mention Cal Kestis as well.
Mhm.
I think his performance in both games has been really well.
Yeah.
Really good. And then in the second game in particular, just some really nice, like, human moments between him and his love interest, and of course the
Robo.
revenge at the end
Yeah,
when he like he performs really well as like a character that's like really at war with himself of like following either the Jedi way or not.
I would give a shout out to Deborah Wilson too from that series.
Deborah
Yeah.
Wilson's great in anything.
Yeah, and then she kind of had
the
a
only reason I wanted to play Suicide Squad more. 'Cause-
yeah, be like
As
she
a
kind of had like
Mandalorian,
a restart of her career because she was like super big as a comedian and on Mac
Mhm.
TV and stuff, and then found her way into not just video game voice acting. I think she does voice acting as well, like outside of it.
yeah.
She's really found proliferation in games recently
Mhm.
in recent years. So
Mhm.
shout out to her.
Yeah,
She's really good at it.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at her. Like, it's crazy how many, from
So much.
Destiny to Diablo to God of War Ragnarok. I mean, God of War is another game. The Christopher Judge.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
phenomenal as Kratos. Also, what he did as like Kratos in the original trilogy, which was really good, but kind of one dimensional. But then taking that role in the modern games and like fully fleshing it out, and like,
Chris Judge?
Chris Judge wasn't the voice
Yeah, he
actor
didn't-
for the original God of Wars.
we'll be right back, everyone.
No, this was famously, and I cannot remember the actor's name, but do you remember Living Single, the show with Queen Latifah?
Yes,
Yeah, the guy who played Kyle Barker, that was Kratos' voice.
really?
Yes. Remember he had that super low baritone.
Was it Terrence C. Carson? T.C.
T.C.
Carson?
Yeah.
Also voiced Mace Windu in the Clone Wars.
Nice.
It all comes back to Star Wars. I wonder if he's bummed that he didn't get the call back for.
Yeah, and I think there was some
Yeah,
there was
he
some
was-
scuttlebutt
He
about
was bummed.
him
Yeah.
being upset they didn't even bother to ask him about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that happens, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's two sides to that story.
One off the radar game that I know a lot of us liked was Haven.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the relationship
Yeah.
basey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that like not much animation or anything going on there, but just the voice actress and voice actress performance was like really convincing.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. It's. I feel like I don't know when the tipping point was, but I feel like there was a time where good voice acting in games was rare. And then now it feels like the opposite. It feels like if you get a fully voiced game with bad voice acting, that's the outlier.
Yeah, like it's weird that you did that when there are so many talented folks who do this. And it's also kind of weird, even though it can be good, when they just shop for like actors and actresses, like they fill a game cast with just well-known stars.
Yeah. Like it works sometimes, but yeah, I feel the same thing. Like even Call of Duty will do like, we have Kevin Spacey or Kit Harington or
what's his name?
This in the new one, Milo Vervigliamo's
Yeah,
in the new one. Peter Pacelli from Heroes.
Yes.
Nick, get with the program. What? How you seem like a dude who would totally be into Heroes.
I've never watched it.
Did you never watch Heroes? You never watched anything with Milo Ventimiglia in it?
Is that how you say his name?
Who no idea. You gotta remember, I wasn't watching like growing up. I didn't watch much.
Stop
TV.
saying that.
I'm so young. I did not really start watching TV until 2010. Breaking Bad, like Walking Dead, all those when those shows really were going on.
I feel like I'm turning into Bones.
You are Bones.
That's my secret capital mode with Bones. I want to go
I grew up
over.
watching SpongeBob, Marty.
No,
you
we grew up watching
you were already
SpongeBob.
old.
No,
not.
that is not true.
I think you were too old for SpongeBob.
No, I was not. Okay, SpongeBob premiered when I was in early high school.
That's old.
That's not too old. SpongeBob is a very sophisticated comedic show.
Nick, you bring up SpongeBob all the time currently as a 30-year-old, so I don't think you could say that.
Right.
I know.
SpongeBob was punching above his weight in terms
elementary
of writing.
school.
That's like saying like you're too old to
That was
watch
my-
The Simpsons.
that was
Like that's
my-
what
yeah.
SpongeBob was.
That was
At
my
least in those
morning
earlier
cartoon.
seasons. SpongeBob was great.
Everyone's gonna fight. We had a bunch of Patreon comments come in with suggestions of their own, and I wanted to bring those up. Zandivia, thank you so much. I know I also saw a lot in the comments in terms of early games that really stuck out to them. The Soul Reaver series was one of the first times that I really noticed how powerful voice acting performances could be in a game. Tony J and Simon Templeman in particular really nailed it. And yeah, I even noticed that recently when the remaster HD version or whatever of the original games came out. And yeah, they're a little crunchy to go back to and play, but the performances were like, oh shit, this is again better than 99.9% of the games at the time. Really
Crazy.
impressive stuff. Doug Pearson, thank you so much. Said shout out to Wayne June, who I know is the narrator from Darkest Dungeon. He passed away earlier this year. Trinkets and Baubles.
That's sad.
That's like one of the things I remember from Darkest Dungeon is the narrator. That's like an iconic performance right there.
He passed away last year.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
I was off in space.
Yeah, it's tough. There's
I was
a
trying to- I
lot of
was-
things going on
I
right
was
now.
thinking about SpongeBob and how old I am.
Steady Goblinwood, thank you so much, Steady Goblinwood. One game we haven't brought up. Ellen McLean did an incredible job in Portal, voicing
yeah.
GLaDOS and sang "Want You Gone," an unforgettable performance. I also want to give credit to Haley Joe Osment, giving him flowers for his voice as Sora across 2 decades.
Oh right, yeah.
I
and
still
he did do
hear
that.
"There's no way you're taking Kyrie's heart" rattling around in my head. Which, yeah, that's an example of, Haley Joel Osment, famous as the kid in the Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
And then
great
it
child
was-
actor.
yeah,
Was he good in the Kingdom Hearts series,
That's a
or do
great
people
question.
just like the Kingdom Hearts?
I think
series?
people just like Kingdom Hearts. I don't think he's bad, but Kingdom Hearts is weird. That's like such a weird cast when you go to be like David Boreanaz and like
Was he in that
I
too?
think he may have voiced Sephiroth. What? Yeah, some real weird shit was going on. Like one of the girls from American Pie, I think was Aerith, the least famous girl from America, but not the one from
I can't tell you who.
not the one from How I Met Your Mother.
Not
Not
How I
from-
Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
That is the only girl from American Pie.
Did you know
that I
there's a How I Met Your Mother podcast now called How I Made Your Mother, and it's from the which is a really gross name, but it's by like the creator and the dude who played the sack of shit main guy.
Stack of shit, man.
Yeah.
I never really watched that show. Like I watched it
Oh.
here and there, so I'm not super familiar with. But I like Jason Segel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jason
Who's on
Segel.
that
And
show?
Allison
Yeah.
Hannigan. Those are the two.
Yeah, Allison Hannigan is fine.
How I Made Your Mother. That's like your grandparents telling you.
Oh, and Neil Patrick Harris. Yes,
Yo,
thank you, Speak
yeah,
Easy.
and
Neil Patrick
Peach
Harris
is great.
is the treasure.
NPH is great. Mike Casey, thank you so much. Going to Kojima. Die Hardman's speech in Death Stranding was incredible. I teared up not only from the content and delivery, but also from what felt like an insane jump in facial tech animation. It felt like a real achievement. Yeah, that is the best performance. Like that speech is the best performance in the game, which is crazy that you're in a game with like Mads Mikkelsen and was the motorcycle man who likes bows and arrows, Norman Reedus,
Norman Reedus.
and like Leah Seydoux and everything. And yeah,
Are they talking about the speech from the second game?
no, the end of the first game
The
when
end of the
Die
first
Hardman
game,
like
yeah.
tells you everything that kind of happened and breaks down. And I think is
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. Also, shout out to the name Die Hardman. And you know why he's named that? Because they
dies
tried to
real
kill him
hard.
several times and they couldn't. It's too hard.
Someone had that name first. It was
Yeah.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
So pay
John
respects.
McClane, aka Die Hardman. Brian S., thank you so much. One of you brought up Nolan North earlier, but Nolan North in Spec Ops: The Line has to be one of the best performances in video game history. North's portrayal of Walker's change from a professional soldier to a madman and a war criminal was epic, and his line reading of "Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai" was chilling. Great performance.
I love that game. I don't know if his performance was great in it.
Interesting.
I think it was more.
Like the situations you went through.
Like the
yeah,
series
just
of events.
yeah, that and like the writing of it was really well.
Yeah.
But, like the character that Nolan North played was very stoic.
Yeah.
As far as I remember it, I'd have to go back and replay it. I mean, like there's like I love that
You
game
have to
to
steal
death. It's one of my
Can't
favorite
buy it
games.
legally.
I still own it.
That's unfortunate.
That's fine. Steal it. If they take something off the shelf, as soon as you're not allowed to buy something legally, just fucking steal it. Mirith, thank you so much. Echoing one of mine earlier, Logan Cunningham's narrator in Bastion makes that game. Same with Yuri Lowenthal's Prince in Prince of Persia Sands of Time. I bring these up because they're an integral part of how the game's story is told in such a fun way. And then sticking with Yuri Lowenthal, Ishterical, thank you so much, said, in the first Insomniac Spider-Man game, the voice acting during the scene where Dr. Octopus revealed he knew that Peter was Spider-Man the whole time gave me goosebumps. The heartbreak in Peter's voice, who again was voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, made me angry, sad, and disappointed at the same time. 10 out of 10. On a lighter note, God of War 2018's boy.
What? Who is the actor that plays the new Prince of Persia and the new side? Not Rogue Prince of Persia, the other one.
Oh, The Lost Crown?
Yeah, who plays that?
Oh,
Did that game have voice acting?
Yes.
Yeah.
I played it on Switch, and I'm pretty sure the volume was down.
Oh my
the whole
God,
time.
dude,
I
it's
love
really
that. I love that game, but that was 100% a second screen game.
That was a really really good performance by his character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody talked in that game.
Yeah, they got. You can read them. It's fine. The dialogue's down there.
I see the picture. I don't know the name.
Tommy
Tommy
Salami.
Okay, do sound bites count as like voice acting performances? Because like
grunts, like
no,
battle grunts?
no. Like
that was a serious. I didn't.
No,
thought that
no,
was-
yeah, no, no, like stuff like the announcer in say Mortal Kombat or the Halo.
Kill-tacular. that
Yeah,
kind of
or
thing.
like
Yeah.
those, or like Smash even like
I mean, those are iconic.
Yeah, like those are iconic, yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
finish him.
because those are things that stick in your mind and make you remember like the game,
Yeah.
but like it's not a voice performance. So
Sure.
I'm just curious where those kind of fit in this sort of conversation.
Yeah, I mean, early game. Some of the earliest examples of hearing a voice in games were those at the opening, like EA Sports.
Yes,
Like, that was before.
I still quote that to this day.
Yeah, or like the Sega kind of thing, like that. Yeah,
I remember Casey and I were recording like our first impressions for Splitgate 2.
Okay.
And I remember specifically saying like this voice actor is trying to sound sophisticated. He needs to sound badass.
Yeah, he doesn't sound as evil or
He's like instead
menacing
of
as
like
they have.
kill-tacular, he's like kill-tacular.
Oh, that just sounds kind of horny though. I like that. I like that. That's
You
my
trying to
flavor.
get killed.
That's my flavor of Kill-taculars.
Ooh, you stuck him.
I like hubba. Holy Moses. And then a couple super chats that came in. Corvus, thank you so much. Re-upped in the tip jar, and then followed that up with I'd like to nominate Daisuke Tsuji and Eric Steinberg of Ghost in Tsushima. Lord Shimura and Jin Sakai had an amazing story arc, and that ending got to me. And yeah, that was another reason I brought that up recently, is because I've been obviously playing through Ghost of Yotei, and I just heard Erika Ishii on a podcast I listened to, and like hearing about the like what went into that performance and how long ago they recorded it, and like going into the things like grunts, you know, of talking of like, okay, now record you're on fire. What do your grunts sound like when you're on fire? You got hit with an arrow. What does that grunt sound like? Is always so fun, because it's like, yeah, obviously we hear those things in the game, but the idea of like going to a booth and like scream 30 different screams,
Yeah,
and we're gonna
you
figure
know,
out what they're for.
That should be a topic for dev heads, because that's what Mikey did for Insurgency. He made like all the
screams.
all the war grunts and
I love it.
screams and yells and everything like that.
I love it. It's
Pretty
pretty
funny, like,
rail.
playing Battlefield 6 right now, and like when people catch on fire,
Yeah.
it's great. You just hear somebody out of the sun. Oh my god, it's great.
Joffrey and Moundmouth, thank you so much for a $5 dono. Marty, you don't remember Joshua Graham. He's from one of the DLCs. Oh, I lied then. I don't remember the Mormon Joshua Graham from Fallout New Vegas. I remembered a dude who I think was Mormon, because he was
Maybe
like, here's all my wives.
Why not?
But he's a fantastic character. And Boone did kill his wife to end her slavery. Look at that. I did remember something about Boone. Shout out to
You
Boone.
couldn't have just freed her?
I think it was one of those things where like he was on a ridge and there's a million of them down there. So like he could have went down there and died. But like, I don't know, what's more honorable? Probably
Freeing her,
dying.
probably.
No, there's a million of them. How was he supposed to free her? It was like him. He was on a ridge. He had a sniper rifle, and there was like a million bad guys who had his wife. That kidnapped her. Marauders.
Oh, so he couldn't do anything.
I mean,
okay.
he could run down there, but he would die. Like he would. There's no way he would win.
So yeah, he couldn't do anything for her.
So he put her out of her misery.
Did she ask at least? Or he made the decision for her?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that noble. Is all I'm saying.
Pinged herself. Yeah.
Just kept pointing at her forehead.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. And then Corvus, thank you so much for another $5 dono. Nolan North as a Richtofen in Blood of the Dead story cutscene was phenomenal too. His performance and was emotional and surprised me for a COD game. Oh, Blood of the Dead must be zombie mode in a COD game.
You're asking the wrong human.
I played a lot of the zombie mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and that was it. It was called Transit, and you were on a bus.
Yeah, there's like a whole lore and narrative storylines of zombies now, and I know nothing.
Yeah, what was the one that just had like a bunch of ex-presidents?
Oh yeah, where it was like
Yeah, like
Nixon
JFK and
yeah.
Nixon
Black
and
Ops 5, I think.
Yeah.
6.
that sounds way too recent.
We're about to come to 7.
Yeah, I
That
think
sounds way too
it was like World at War or like
No, World at War didn't have it because they didn't do like World at War was the first one that had zombies.
COD multiplayer with presidents.
I think it was Black Ops 5
No, 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 no.
or Vanguard.
The internet's
5.
fucking dead to me. Black Ops.
It was one. Okay.
Black Ops 1.
Internet's dead to me.
I was close.
When I tried to Google that,
Very far from the end.
when I tried to Google that, the fact that that's not just the first thing that popped up.
Yeah, Google is completely broken. Thank all of their AI implementation. Tell every single company that tries to force AI down your technology hole that it made it worse, because it does make it worse. I turned off all the AI assist stuff on my phone.
It just comes back.
Because
Comes back.
something as simple as calling out the numbers for it to call da 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 da, it can't do it.
That's what I was.
That's insane.
That's what I was screaming about on Blue Sky the other day. Is like I asked Siri for a question. She's like, "I'll ask ChatGPT for you." He's like, "No, I fucking asked you." I don't know.
Wait, Siri, your AI assistant is asking ChatGPT.
Yes.
Even Siri's outsourcing it to AI.
I was like, I am just going to throw myself out a window. And be done with this.
Kidding.
That is so shitty.
Folks were also upset because of some what do you call it, captioning technology that's being used by like a bunch of popular services or whatnot.
Yeah, YouTube is doing it.
Are they?
We turned it off.
I feel like Crunchyroll might have been one of them,
It is.
and I have noticed
It's gotten significantly worse.
it is worse.
Not only is it worse translation, but it's like worse like kerning and like where a line is up compared to where it's said in the show. Yeah.
Yeah, it is markedly worse.
Yeah.
Do we think we actually have to worry about Terminator coming to pass, or will the AI be too stupid?
No, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be dumb. If they get a bipedal skeletal robot walking around, it's gonna be like doing this sideways,
holding the gun.
walking,
spinning in circles.
so stupid.
But it can do cartwheels.
So I can do
Doesn't matter.
cartwheels, which is very cool. Japio, thank you so much for a $5 dono. Barrett in the Final Fantasy VII Remake / Rebirth has to be the best voice in the trilogy so far. That dying scene, John Eric Bentley is phenomenal as Barrett. Probably my favorite performance in the. I think across the board they've been really great in the remake Rebirth games, but Barrett is specifically great because he's got a daughter to fight for, and her name is Marlene. That's all I have. He has a daughter, and her name is Marlene. He's got a gun on his hand, which is cool.
Nice.
And he cares about the planet. So think about that,
All
everyone.
pluses.
Maybe you should care about the planet. Gun on your hand is like neutral, I think.
Yeah,
Being-
it depends how you use it.
Being a good dad and caring about the planet, both positives. Having a gun on your hand, let's see what you do with it.
Yeah, we need more information
before I can make a judgment call. Clistoris. That was a fun one to say. Oh, with a €5 dono. Thank you so much. Live and together, Marty is tall. Shout out to the guy voicing the weird antagonist man in the Half-Life series. Creeps me out. Also, Handsome Jack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you did Handsome Jack. He's great.
Damian Clark.
Damien Clark.
Handsome Jack voice actor Damian Clark. Oh my God. Even a broken dog is right twice a day. Sovereign, thank you so much for a €10 dono. Got to give a shout out to Terry Brosius as Shodan in the System Shock series. Might be one of the earliest examples of a genuinely good voice actor in a game. Fantastically creepy. Another great example of a very early one that I know was a biggie. But it's PC and I'm ignorant, so. Tsunami Doucher with the $20 dono and says nothing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tsunami Doucher. Tsunami Doucher didn't get to send that dono because there was no windbreaker this week. However, there will be a windbreaker on Monday, live from this table. I'll probably be sitting here. And we'll have me and Yahtzee, and then Little J will be here, and it'll be like
Boy.
hours.
Little J is this
Little
like
J.
a smaller,
You gonna,
smaller version?
Yeah, you know, pops up, Little J pops up in videos.
are you gonna be able to make it
I
through
miss
this
Little J.
podcast without strangling Yahtzee?
We'll find a fun topic. We'll find a nice topic. Yeah.
No, you should find a mean topic because then Yahtzee will be nice about
There you go. That's true.
it. you gotta mess with his brain a little bit.
Sussy Guru, thank you so much for a €5 donut. Christopher Judge already had experience playing a character who kills false gods. I'm assuming that's a reference to Christopher Judge became famous, I think, because of Stargate Atlantis. I almost said
Was it not
Stargate
SG-1?
Atlanta. I don't know. I thought it was the same.
'Cause
I thought that was Star Trek.
That you thought that was Star Trek.
Star Trek
'Cause I've-
SG-1? Is that not Star Trek?
Stargate SG-1 was a show that immediately followed some other show that I watched regularly. And anytime it came on, it was time to change the channel. But it would have in the credits Christopher Judge because he had the weird thing on his head and he was like spray painted.
Yeah, right.
gold.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I know, yes, that man was in Stargate SG-1.
There you go. Shout to Christopher Judge. Corvus, thank you so much. Another $5 dono. Does all of Baldur's Gate 3 count? Every party member has an incredible performance and felt like real people, which is a real testament to the writing too. Yeah, there's also some games where I think of like Metaphor ReFantazio last year. I was like, every performance was good. It was just good across the board. So it's always good to play a game where you get that.
Yeah, we mentioned I forgot his name again. I'm sorry, but Arthur Morgan's voice actor,
Roger Clark.
Roger Clark. We mentioned him because that's the character we spend the most time with. But
Yeah, the
that
entire
game,
cast.
literally everyone in the cast was also incredible.
100%.
And that brought to mind situations where everyone is incredible except like one person. And you remember Mortal Kombat? What was it? One that Ronda Rousey did like a voice.
Yeah, that's
Everyone was like, "What's wrong with Sonya playing?"
That's like that 3-headed Hydra meme where it's like 2 dragons and one like a little derpy one where it's like, what are you doing here?
Like nothing, like the Mortal Kombat cast wasn't like phenomenal or anything. Everyone was fine, but somebody was fucking it up.
Ronda Rousey was a psyop. Like, might have been a good fighter. I don't know. I don't watch UFC, but like I feel like then like they were like, Ronda Rousey, you're now a wrestling star. I'm like, no one wants to watch.
Yeah, they
this
wanted her
person.
to be like
wrestling
this
star,
bigger
movie star.
entertainment. Yeah. Like, but like I don't know where that cachet push came from because folks don't seem to like her that much.
psyop. It's all a psyop.
Money.
Same thing with Sabrina Carpenter. I said it.
But her music's good.
No, it isn't.
All right.
Oh boy.
Counterpoint. The performance is fine.
She's a good dancer. I'll give her that. Like she dresses up in pretty outfits. She has like flamboyant performances.
Yeah.
She's a good dancer.
Yeah.
I don't think she makes good music.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not listening to Sabrina Carpenter.
Well,
But
there you go. Did you listen to someone who made good music? I bet.
I mean, that is true. If the music was better, I'd be listening to it. Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, let's chat about what we've been playing. What have we been playing? Nick, what have you been playing?
Yeah, I'll go first because I don't have much. I have been just addicted to Hades 2 for the last
Nice.
2 weeks. I actually ran credits on it the night before last night.
What do you mean by run credits?
I
That wasn't me trying to like. Casey started laughing. That
No,
wasn't me
because
nagging you.
it happens often where a nigga's like, "Oh, I saw credits. I'm done." It's like there's like so much more game left.
I eradicated Typhon and Kronos completely.
Oh, completely. Okay, you're further than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've unlocked almost everything in the game. Like
Mhm.
I'm I didn't even know you could hit credits before that.
I didn't know if you meant credits like, oh, I beat Kronos.
Oh,
I wasn't sure what you meant. Yeah, I literally haven't seen credits yet.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah, I man, that game is so fucking good.
Yeah, so like I made a post about it that I was like, I'm just shocked. I put probably about 50 hours into that game, and there just was not repeated dialogue
Mhm.
ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? And I was still finding new boons and new things 50 hours in. And then
Yeah.
you look at the credits of like the main people that made the game, it's like 20 people.
Yeah. Did you find the boon that kills your wife when she gets kidnapped?
It was called the Marty boon.
Oh no, I don't have a wife.
Well,
We wonder why.
yeah.
Yeah, that what you mentioned, the dialogue, it is insane how nothing's repeated, and it is insane how
Reactive it
it is always reflecting what you do.
Mhm.
Like every time you finish a run, you come back to the Grove, and it feels like the people are talking about exactly what you chose to do in that previous run.
Yeah.
So it really does feel like you are helping author the story in a
Yeah.
really great way.
Yeah, it's like you just as you play it, like love the game and all that, but it's just mind blown throughout of like the technical mastery of this thing. and just thinking of like where they started with their games,
Yeah.
and like just how far they've come. Like they're one of the most talented studios on the planet at this point, I think.
And I think they're in the rare and fortunate space where they keep their team small.
Yeah.
They have had sales success to where they can take as much time as they need. And I think especially Hades and Hades 2 have given them that sort of financial stability to where I get why they did a Hades 2. I do hope they do something new next. But I felt kind of cold of them doing Hades 2 and then playing Hades 2. I was like, oh shit, this is really good.
This is like everything you can tell they wanted to do with Hades 1.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's like the story is really good by the end of it too.
Mhm.
Like it's just I just loved it throughout. Like I think my game of the year fight is going to be really hard this year, which you are working on a video essay about.
Well, no, I'm not working. Eric's working on it now.
Oh,
I'm
Eric's
done.
working
My
on it.
part of it's done. This is now Eric's video
It's
essay.
just gonna be like one of those like I don't know what to pick from because like between Hades and Blueprints and Clair Obscur and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it's like damn, we just said this year has been really fucking good.
I noticed you didn't mention Donkey Kong Bonanza. We didn't mention Pauline,
I did mention
who I think is a delightful addition in Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I haven't finished that yet.
I like when she yells DK.
I do wonder where Supergiant's gonna go from here because like they do this roguelike so fucking well. Like
Mhm.
there are so many copycats now of this. Like there's one that I was playing called Sworn, which is basically Hades but King Arthur.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's not bad. It's not anywhere near the quality of this, clearly,
Yeah.
but like it's not bad. And there's Absalom kind of ripped
Yeah.
off Hades too that I've been playing it, but it's a beat 'em up.
Mm.
So like they've really changed the structure of like how people handle narratives and roguelike. And I know a lot of people, I know like you particularly don't like a lot of roguelike games because you don't like having to repeat.
Sure.
But when you weave a narrative in such a way that it's so reactive and like it just keeps building as you play, that makes it not feel like you're repeating anything. It feels
And
like
essentially, you aren't repeating anymore at that point,
Right,
right?
yeah,
They-
exactly.
They've turned that feeling into a linear thing because it's reactive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the story makes sense for why like Hades is a roguelike.
Mhm.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean maybe I just like really, really good ones.
you like
Yeah.
like the best of the
Yeah,
genre. What a
yeah.
surprise!
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah, so I'm glad I rolled credits on it. There's still more to do after the credits.
Yeah.
As usual, I don't have the time to probably stick with all that. I got to move on to other stuff
Yeah.
I've been putting off, but 11 out of 10 game for me. Like once it took a while to get its hooks into me, but once it did, I just couldn't drop it, just like the first game.
Good ass game.
So, but yeah, that
What's your biggie?
is my biggie. I've still been playing Pokemon ZA, whatever you want to call it.
No one called it that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone calls it Za. You can call it Za, that's fine. I'm not gonna tell you what to call the game. I mean, it doesn't have voice acting, so who knows what to
yeah,
call it.
exactly. I just got to the point where you basically jump up a bunch of ranks, and I feel like it's going to be a much shorter game than I was anticipating.
Sure, but I imagine it'll have like a long tail
Yeah.
and end game to it.
I'm okay with it being shorter because I'm very bored of the city. I like the combat, I like the gameplay, I like the story. The city is boring as fuck.
Classic Paris. I don't want to call
The
Jay
homeless
out.
that spice it up.
That is true. I don't want to call Jay out.
But
I think it is
it.
insane that Jay plays Pokemon by filling his team with different EV evolutions, and that's how he plays every Pokemon game. That seems insane.
I
to
think
me.
that's really cool.
Why is that insane? They all have different.
I know they're all. It's just weird. I don't know because I'm like, oh, look at this thing. I just play it with like ADD to where I'm just constantly like
Oh yeah.
throwing new dudes in
As
there.
long as the Pokemon looks cool, I'll use it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's.
I don't,
pretty much how
use
most
them for
people play.
function. I use them if they look cool.
it's not fashion over function. Cool. Casey, what have you been playing?
Not a ton, but I have been scratching the surface of Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles. And I know it's pronounced Ivalice Chronicles because they say it with voice acting in the game.
See, Nintendo, you can do that too someday.
One of the big updates to the game is all of these quality of life things bolted onto the core experience. Visual upgrades, voice performances. They let you auto control some of your units if you want, like because some of the fights can be a bit tedious where you're like micromanaging everyone,
Especially if it's like a non-story fight.
right? And especially when it's early on, like I am. It's like I don't know any of these dudes in my party. Like at some point, I know I'm gonna get all these bespoke characters that I am invested in. But for now, like let's just kind of move things
Yeah.
along. So it's really nice that you can, assign kind of traits. Like, oh, this guy will focus on healing. This guy will protect the main character just in case he gets in trouble. These guys will all just attack whatever's around them, and then just hold the fast forward button to like let it play out.
Yeah.
Like, it's really really nice.
It almost turns into like Unicorn at that point. We're like, I've done the work. I've put in the work to plan this, and now let's make sure the plan goes.
Yeah, that little bit of automation.
Yeah.
Because you do have some control over it. Like it's not playing itself.
Yeah.
It still feels cool because you decided that this is how it would play out. So yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm anticipating the deeper side of the game. Like I haven't gotten there yet, and that's what I'm really craving. Is like that huge amount of skills and stuff when you get really invested in just your party and like, the makeup of them and like the synergy between the moves and stuff. Like I can't wait till I get there, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah, and especially those deeper kind of weirder classes that are kind of weird combinations of stuff
and there's a thing that I don't believe was in Tactics Advanced. Because I kept thinking this was that game, but this was an earlier game.
This is the original Tactics for PS1.
But apparently you can kill enemies and there's a chance that they turn into a crystal.
Yeah, after you kill them, and then after 3 turns, after 3 turns, their bodies disappear and they turn to crystals, and that can happen to your party members as well. There is permadeath.
Yes, and that was not in Tactics Advanced.
And the cool thing is, if you run over those crystals, you gain a bunch of their abilities.
Yes. Yeah. So you can like steal abilities from the enemy side, or if you're like sadistic, you can like
kill you.
So like let one of you like
this is gonna devour everyone.
Right. Yeah. There are some limitations with that, like. I think the classes have to match for you to see what abilities are available or whatever.
Yeah, and some people will like drop treasure chests and stuff instead of that.
But yeah, that was really cool. I didn't realize that was a thing, and that's very different. And I'm wondering why they would change that in the one that came after. Maybe permadeath was too.
Yeah, because it was even had like the second one has the one for Game Boy has kind of like a lighter tone to it. Right?
It does. Yeah, it's kind of that was actually an isekai story.
Yeah, it's like a kid who gets
a kid named March. Gets sent to Ivalice.
Yeah. I don't know why I looked at the camera when you said March. You said Mar, and I was like, he's going to say my name. And then you just said the month, and I'm like, that's not my name.
the Marty.
But yeah, I'm having a great time with it.
Yeah.
Putting a little bit of time into, I play Smash all the time, but I was putting some time locally with Jesse in the corner because he's going to help me train to have fights with Jack's children.
Yeah,
that's a thing that we're doing later.
There is going to be one of our plans for this trip very soon is for, because I guess you played him a few years ago, right?
Yeah, I played him 2 years ago when we did this shoot in Milwaukee last time. He did not win a single game against me.
But it's been 2 years.
But it's been 2 years. And it seems like he has been thinking about it for those 2 years.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to go in.
To Jack's kids, like they're heading towards their prime.
Yeah.
They're far past our prime. So 2 years for us is slipping.
I'm a little scared.
Do you know who you're going to be playing as?
I might jump around, but my main is Toon Link. But in general, Toon Link's not the best character to use in a lot of situations. So, like, for fun, I play him, but I might have to rely on a character that can get the job done. So, I don't know, maybe an adult Link, maybe a Snake, maybe a...
Who's your worst character? If you had to, like, tie a hand behind your back and play as someone like...
Of the characters that I actually play with, like, cycle between, maybe Mario.
Okay.
Like, I just don't put enough time in with him, but I have used him, like, online in the past.
Yeah.
So he might be my worst character.
Yeah.
And that match is going to be so intense. We're going to be able to hear you clicking the controller from our Airbnb.
Very excited for this. We will give everyone a full update of what happens.
Yeah, we'll let you know
next episode. Anything else?
And
if Casey loses, can we have you make like a really sad montage video of you like walking down the street?
Why would I be sad? Jack's child has grown as a man.
Yeah.
Like, I know
he's
you.
Now he's
I know
now
you'll be
a
upset
boy.
if you lose.
You've lost on Smash Sundays before.
I lose all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not upset about it at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm
After the stream,
I'm perfectly fine with the quality loss. Yes, I'll get animated.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of emotion involved.
Yeah.
But I genuinely like when it's a good match.
Sure.
And all I want to do is fight again. It's like, oh, could I have won? Like even like it's only demoralizing when it's like there's nothing I can
Sure.
do. It's like I'm in a fight and it's like
you're just spamming buttons.
this dude, no, not even that, because that's you can do something against that. Someone spamming, they don't know what they're doing. When someone knows what they're doing, when they are demolishing you and you feel helpless, like all of these years I put in this, there's still someone that much higher than me. Like Jesus Christ.
You've also got to feel good.
That
If you
hurts.
see Jack's kids do good, then you know, like, okay, the next generation is like they love the thing I love as much as I do.
Yeah.
So this is good. Yeah.
It's good.
Anything else?
Well, in terms of watching, I did just start a new isekai series.
Okay.
I believe it's called I was reincarnated as the seventh prince,
Can't hide.
but all I want to do is study magic, something like that. Some crazy,
Very long sentence.
very long title. It's good on one hand in that it's hitting all the boxes of your main character who's been isekai'd is stupidly powerful, and there are fun fights that take advantage of that power difference.
Okay.
On the other hand, it kind of makes the mistake of focusing on just the power fantasy. Like, for example, we have no idea who this person was beforehand. Like he's not from like our world, for example. He was in the same universe.
Okay.
Was killed by like some high level magicians or whatever who told him, yeah, magic is class based. So
Sure.
you're like of lowborn, we're highborn, so of course we're better than you. And they kill him. So he gets reborn into royalty, which essentially means he is now I'm sorry, I just walked in. It's good. Taking my train of thought, which essentially means like now he meets the criteria to have a lot of magic because he was born into it. What's the lesson we're learning here?
Yeah.
that the bad guy is right.
Yeah.
Like be born better next time.
Yeah. Be born better.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
And now he's overpowered.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen that situation resolved. Like we don't know that this new character has come across the people who killed his old life.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
So that is, I'm still too early into that situation. But I don't know,
The
maybe
news
I'll get more
released?
stuff.
Is this like a new?
It's kind of new. Yeah, I want to say this came out in the last year or so.
Gotcha.
Lots of TNA, so there's that as well. Oh, is Nick the OG in chat? Did we notice? If not, then
I don't know if Nick the OG is.
I don't think I've seen him in chat. Because now that I'm with Jack, Nick the OG sent something that he wanted me desperately to open on a stream. But if he's not here, then I gotta wait.
Nick the OG, you're ruining podcasts since
We can watch
2025.
the VOD.
No, he asked me specifically. Like I'll adhere to the promise. That was
The
made.
promises. Thanks, Jack. Yeah,
but that's it.
That sounds
pretty much it.
sounds fun. I'll have to check that out. My two things really quick. The only things I've been playing here on the trip, I've been jamming through some Persona 3 Reload on Switch 2, and I love that game, and I'm really bummed at its current condition on Switch 2. It's smeary and ugly, and the frame rate is all over the place when you're running through the dungeon or just moving through the school.
This is the new remake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that came out like a year and a half ago on PlayStation,
Right.
Xbox, and PC and everything. It's a bummer because Persona 5 on Switch is kind of the same thing. It's kind of ugly. Like,
So maybe that's just how their engine functions on that hardware.
yeah, and they've promised that they're going to. They said there's going to be updates to fix it, but it's like, and maybe this is part of it is like, maybe Atlas and Sega didn't get dev units in early, but this is a full price game and it does not come with the DLC, the cosmetic DLC or the expansion. And so this is like, if you want to play this whole thing, it's like $100 on Switch 2 and it doesn't look that good. And I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, this is, I don't know if the blame's on Nintendo, if it's on Sega, who it's on, but oh my God.
There's Nick the OG.
Nick the OG.
Oh,
just
yeah.
re-upped. Nick, are you in chat?
Jack-
If you are in chat, you need to speak up. Well, no, Jack, he left the thing.
Oh, he left the thing.
Yeah, he
Okay.
left the thing.
Yeah, if you are here,
Nick, you've been summoned.
I've been summoned.
Okay, we'll save it here. I'll do my last game,
And
and then we'll do
let
this.
me know when you want me to.
Thank you, Deebs. I appreciate that. The last thing, much more positively, that I've been playing is I played the first two episodes of. I only have episode 1 written here, but I played the first two of Dispatch. That was a game I brought up earlier. That is the new game from Ad Hoc Studios and Critical Role, made from a lot of the folks who made like Telltale games like Wolf Among Us and Tales from the Borderlands. This is an excellent evolution of that formula, and it's set in a world where like superheroes are just very normal and commonplace, and you play as this main character Aaron Paul, who the main character is not named Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul is the main character, who played a guy named Mecha Man, who he was a superhero, but he didn't have superpowers. He had like a mech suit that was passed on from like his grandfather died in the mech suit, and then his dad was the hero, and then his dad got killed in the suit, and it got passed on to him, but he loses, like the suit gets destroyed, and he has no money to rebuild it, and so he's like, I guess I'm not a superhero anymore. But then this agency comes to him and is like, hey, if you join us and work as a dispatcher for our superhero agency and also help like mentor young superheroes, we will give you the funds to build a new mech suit. And so the gameplay itself unfolds a lot like a classic Telltale game. You're making dialogue choices. There are really light QTEs, but it also has this addition to it where you are actually handling the dispatching of a superhero team, to where you have a map of LA and crimes will pop up and there'll be little timers on them. The crimes will range from, oh, there is a bank robbery going on. There's an old lady crossing the street. We need to give a presentation
Is that a crime?
to a city council. I guess less crimes and more of events.
Stop that old lady.
Someone's got to tackle this old bitch. And you have a roster of heroes, and they each have different kind of abilities and stats. And so, if you have a roster with high charisma, or a hero with high charisma, you probably want to send them to the old lady or maybe to the speech. If you have someone who's super buff or high defense, you want to send them to the dangerous crimes. There's certain crimes where it's like, oh, we need someone who's really fast, so you want to send your speedster there. But while they're out, you can't use them for other things until they get back, and new ones are popping up. So you're constantly managing. And there's some where you're like, this is like a bank heist, but I need to send someone who's not really equipped for this, so let's see how that goes. And you can fail or succeed at them. I think the writing is great. I think the animation is gorgeous. Like the world reminds me a little bit of Invincible. It's definitely not as like hard R rated.
It does look a lot like Invincible, like just from the feel.
It looks way better. Like I do not.
No, it does look higher production.
Yeah. I think the animation looks really great. The voice cast is incredible. Aaron Paul plays the main character, but familiar voice actors who we've mentioned even in this show, like Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey and Aaron Yvette play characters. So, and this is going back to that episodic release. So the first 2 episodes released this week, and it's going to drop 2 episodes every week for the next 3 weeks. I guess there's going to be 8 episodes total. They're 45 minutes apiece. I really love these first 2, and I'm going to see it out through the end. It's on PC and PS5 right now. It runs great on Steam Deck. Runs like perfectly on Steam Deck. So really, really charming, really funny. Excited to see where the story goes and sort of the intrigue. I imagine there's this like evil superhero that wears a mask, and I think he might be like one of the heroes, like moonlighting as the villain. So I want to see how that works out. But the first 2 episodes just came out. I think yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna be releasing 2 episodes every week for the next couple weeks. So I give that one a hearty reco so far.
And they're only 45 minutes each.
45 minutes apiece. So I got through the first 2 in about 90 minutes. There's going to be 8 total episodes, and each one's 45 minutes. So what is that? That's going to be 6 hours ish, probably.
Solid time.
Yeah, big fan of it. So give that one a high reco so far for the first 2 episodes.
One detail you told us inside, I don't know if you said it here, but that like there's no character you control to walk around or anything.
Yes, so that is one thing, is like the quote unquote gameplay, even though it does have that addition of the kind of the actual management of the dispatch thing, which I'm not sure if fucking that up is really going to have a big impact or not in the story.
I would hope it did.
I would also hope it did, but unlike those previous Telltale games, you are literally like not even controlling a character in an environment. You are making dialogue choices and QTEs.
Do you think that's better?
Yes, I just don't think. I think walking around the environments of those games was the least interesting thing.
That's true.
Yeah, it's clunky.
And it cuts it down to like a lean 45 minutes. Like each episode is an episode of a series, and there's like no extending it. You can be like, oh, I'm wandering around, I don't know how to solve this puzzle. Like, nope, it's just the dialogue choices are timed, so you got to make a decision, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm a big fan of it so far. So
nice.
Yeah, big old reco. Let's go over last couple super chats, and then we'll open the present that is hopefully not cyanide or anything like that. Knowing Nick, it's probably cyanide. Laboratory Maniac, thank you so much for a $5 dono. To Casey's point about VO announcers, shout out to the multiplayer announcer from the Halo series.
Yeah. We mentioned them a little, but yeah,
I didn't even
super
mention
iconic.
Halo, my favorite performance.
I'm proud of you.
I think the Arborist performance in Halo 2 is great.
That's Keith David, right?
David, yeah.
Love Keith David. Inverse Guys, thank you so much for a $3 Australian dono. I respect your mate even more for Oops All EVs. Listen, a lot of people are. Maybe I'm the weird one that I'm like, why do you got so many dogs in this party? Got to get some turtles and some birds in there. You got
some birds in there.
Yeah, get those weird keys or a pile of garbage. And then Hide His Eyes. Thank you so much for a £5 dono. Sorry I'm late. Jennifer English as Mael is the best VA performance ever. Parry It is genuinely a masterpiece. Yeah, Mael's on the thumbnail here, and like we mentioned earlier, across the board, Claire Obscure, just real fucking still my game of the year.
Really good.
So
yeah, it might still be my game of the
Yeah,
year.
real
As much time and energy as I put into Silk Song, I still think Claire Obscure was a newer experience for me personally. So
Yeah.
I guess I didn't mention it, but like Kingdom Come Deliverance, both games, incredible acting from everybody
Yeah.
involved.
Turns out games.
Tom McKay, he's gonna be a big name in a lot more games, I think.
Yeah, video games. They're good again. Let's see what's going on with this. What's going on with this?
Okay.
Card
So
full.
Nick DOD told me months ago at this point that he wanted to send me something. So he sent it to the PO box that we have here in Milwaukee because Jack runs it or maintains it, whatever you want to call it.
He runs this
Runs
box.
the
He
PO
runs this
Runs the
box.
PO box. And apparently it looks to be several T-shirts. Oh wow!
Oh
Look
my
at this.
god! This is perfect timing.
Can the camera see this?
This is
It says you trying to smash.
with Casey. Like, and is that like
It's like
a
a
Sigmar almost in a
no,
Link
it's
costume?
Like, it's me in a Link costume.
yeah. In the Adventures
In the
Night
Adventures Night style, yeah.
Holy
This
shit!
is really cool.
Incredible!
Thank you so much for that one because there's like two more.
Incredible!
Oh, it's the same one. Okay,
Just different colors.
yeah, different colors.
You got it in green. You got your tunic. You got your tunic.
Got that one. And is this the third one in gray? Yes, it is. Thank you
Oh,
so much, Nick DOG. This
my
is cool as
God.
hell.
We're putting these up. If
Let me,
Jack's
let me
if
adjust
Jack's
this
kids
so-
are able to beat
Jesse, show it close up.
how?
Yeah, how would you?
Yeah, where would he go? He would just put it in front of him.
I think they can
We'll
see
take
it. They
we'll
can
take
zoom
pictures
in.
of it. We'll
Yeah, we'll take pictures.
We'll
The
take
pictures will
of
show
it.
up in the Discord.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Absolutely. Nick the OG, that is incredibly sweet of you. Thank you so much. And the winner of Smash today gets those shirts. So I'm just
You know what? Yeah, if these kids beat me, yeah, I'll hand them one or two.
so maybe
Going
the,
to the
youth,
school.
the youth around Milwaukee will be wearing KC on all across the streets. That is fantastic. Thank you so much, Nick, and thank you so much to everyone out there who listened, watched live, listen on your podcast service of choice. Everyone who tuned in with super chats, and of course those incredible patrons. We appreciate each and every one of you. Casey, what do you got going on? What should folks know about in your neck of the woods?
Well, I am out right now doing a bunch of filming, so probably not much. But once I get back, Super Smash Sunday will be back in effect as well.
Hell yeah.
Probably not the Sunday I get back, or maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends how I'm feeling.
So yeah, as a programming note, no, next week also streams will be a little borked. No Hot Monday energy next week. You guys should be back the following week though.
Yes.
And then our Wednesday streams will be on hiatus for
Yeah, because Marty's taking a trip after that as well.
Yeah. So
So I don't know. Maybe we'll fill that time with something else.
I
Maybe
wanted to do.
what?
I want to play Darksiders with you
Darksiders.
Yeah.
Why Darksiders?
because we just did the lore thing, and I want to replay Darksiders, but I want you to play it.
what? I don't think you can just point to someone big. You got to be the dark
I
side.
have played both Darksiders though.
Oh,
I haven't
well then-
played like 3 or the isometric one though.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll start replaying those.
There you go.
All right,
Uh,
do a little sampling.
Rad. Nick, what do you got going on?
I did manage to write and record a new Unpacked while I'm here in Wisconsin. So I covered the Mind's Eye disaster, which just somehow keeps getting worse.
We chatted a little bit about that last week on the episode, but you go into more detail and depth.
Yeah. A lot of interesting backstory on that one. So that'll be out tomorrow for Unpacked. And then, yeah, next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll be joined by either Jenna or Jess to play a horror game each day. A short horror game. As I said before, hopefully good, scary horror games. I know one of them's called a Menti.
Menti?
A Menti, and
Menti.
it takes place in Egypt in a underneath a pyramid. And I've seen like a bunch of like shorts on Instagram and stuff like that, and it looks scary as fuck.
Love a sarcophagus.
And I hate caves, and I hate like dark claustrophobic areas. And that entire game is all that. So
That sounds great.
that should scare
Is
the
there a
hell out of
mummy?
me.
There needs to be. There's not enough mummies.
I don't know if there's a
in
mummy in it, but we'll
What's a
find
mummy
out.
in games?
Ready for a mummy
and
comeback.
then the other one I was gonna try was Luto. Luto.
I've heard of it, or I feel like I've seen its thumbnail.
Yes.
Probably spooky.
Yeah. Don't know what the third one will be yet. Maybe the audience will help me decide.
Hell yeah. So tune in for those next week. And then another programming note, tomorrow we'll be back at noon Central. Here we'll be playing Red Dragon in 10, which is currently being kickstarted and supporting a lot of our shows this week. So Jack will be leading that, and I think he'll be joined by like Jay, Jesse, and Yahtzee, I want to say.
Mhm.
And then for Phoenix Tier folks, I believe Sunday afternoon around 3-ish p.m., we'll be doing our monthly hang. Once it's confirmed, I'll let everyone know in the Discord. It's not going to be a movie night this month because we're in person. So we're like, what can we do that's a little bit different? So Jack has a fun idea. And so, we'll let everyone know. But softly mark your calendars for Sunday. And then, of course, on the content front, Jenna just had a great new episode of Game Arcadia. Well, that went up today. Darren had an excellent episode of the Backdrop that went up a few days ago. Check that out. We have a new episode of Unpacked going up tomorrow. And then Jess Hoops did a great job of editing our roundup of Nextfest demo recos that I know Casey, myself, and Jess participated in, which will probably be going up on Saturday. And then next week should be the Balatro one-shot?
On Monday, Balatro one-shot.
It's
Holy
coming.
Moses.
There'll be a premiere page up for it. So you won't
Insanity. And then, also on Monday, we will be doing an episode of Windbreaker, the normal Windbreaker time from this room. So tune back for that. Thank you all so much. Again, everyone who tuned in, and thank you so much to Jesse and to Eric for producing, and of course to Nick and Casey for joining me. Thank you, everyone. This was Firelink episode number 89. Have a wonderful rest of your evenings, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.